Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Let's see. What do these tea leaves have to say today? All right. Now I open the door in the front here and you maybe can hear the crickets. We just had a nice little rain and they are just singing. They love that little bit of humidity. Okay, Libra. So our card today is one of the most beautiful in the deck. That is the Thoth deck that I use. And this is the Princess of Cups. Most gorgeous energy. This is, my goodness, a lot of hope, positive changes. Really getting in touch with those emotional waters. That creative realm. Okay. Really having a potent experience with the mysteries, the hidden things of the universe. A lot of spiritual, psychic energy, activity in your life probably right now. And I think that, you're in a beautiful place and it feels like there are a lot of emotions beginning to whirl. We get kind of that whirlpool feeling going, right? Some magic is being invoked. Okay, so we have these two figures. They both have the same kind of head. This one looks like a little younger, smaller, has a cute little ponytail. This one maybe is a little bit older, okay? Both in the emotional zones. And so, I really feel like you are activating that youthful, kind of, if you think like starry-eyed, big doe eyes, kind of, your initiation into the wider world. If you can remember what that feels like. Have you ever, well, maybe you're from the city, and maybe, listen, if you're from the city and you've ever taken your first trip to some beautiful place like the Grand Canyon or some natural wonder, right? That first experience of the vastness of the natural world. Overwhelming, breathtaking. It moves part of your soul that you didn't even know existed. On the other side, if you're from out in the country, right? You come into the city, you look up. You don't know if you're inside or outside. There's so many things, so much stimuli. Everything's moving. There's a lot of noise, a lot of different smells. And it's just, you can't believe that this is real. Beautiful. So, I feel like you are getting back into this place of just awe, wonder. The winds have shifted, the waters have shifted. There's something so potent happening. and in a very dreamy place. You are in such a dreamy place. Fantasy, love. Do you remember that feeling of just being so twirled up in enjoyment, excitement, that first love? Can't wait to see them the next day, you know, at school, at work, wherever it is. But apply that to everything in life right now. Just really so dreamy. And I feel like you really are allowing yourself to go to these places. There's, you know, it's not easy always to access this kind of energy, but when it does come and you allow it to be, you don't kind of, oh, I have other things, you know, I'm busy, I have responsibilities, you know, we do, and that happens, right? But when you are able to swim here, this is where great things are created, where deep, deep understandings emerge. This is where maybe you turn up the music and you dance around your kitchen. Write down your ideas you're having, your thoughts. Let your mind wander. Let that little child, that kid, get so excited about things. My daughter, she runs every 5 minutes. Mom, 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 mom. And she wants to tell me about, oh, whatever she saw, whatever thought came to her mind, something that she connected together. It's a beautiful thing to witness. But when it happens, when it comes back around to you and you have that same energy, it's easy to say, oh, this is frivolous. I have a million chores. I have all these engagements. Don't have time for this. But maybe you allow yourself some of it. And I think that you have. I see a person here with a beautiful, it looks like a dress or a robe, and it's flowing and they're dancing. And I feel like you are here for this energy. You are so into it. You're going to live in those fun fantasies for a while. You're going to let it work on you. Create some positive change in your life, in your temperament, in your perception. I like to remind myself, the divine, the beloved, sacred understandings, things, symbols, it is all a click of my perception away. It does not have to be overtly religious, some sacred symbol, you know, something that somebody wrote or created. It is in every little thing. But I'm not always perceiving that because, you know, that would be overwhelming. And listen, we're all busy. We are. And we fall out of it and we have things to do. And sometimes we're just not feeling aligned with spirit in that way. But when we slow ourselves down and we decide, and we make that choice, maybe we employ some kind of ritual, ceremony. I like to listen to music. Music really helps me get into a mindset. Looking at art helps me get into a mindset. Being out in the garden, taking a walk, breathing air that, you know, isn't stagnant. All of these things help me get to that place. And we have a person here holding on to, and it looks like a butterfly. We have 2 arms. Really interested. And look at the little one up here. Their arms. I don't know what they're holding. Let's see. It looks like a kite. Daydreaming. That's what the kite represents to me. Butterfly. Transformation. Metamorphosis. These are the goals, right? Letting your mind wander. Finding new pathways. Being sweetened by the world. I think of that. Just, you know, like just a dab of honey from the universe. Talk a little bit lower, talk a little bit slower. Take my time with things. Splendor just a bit. We all have access to that, don't we? I also think that you're really finding your confidence. We have this square. I also have a boot right here. And I feel that you are finding your confidence in whatever it is that you do. Your work abilities, your creative abilities, your domestic, your spiritual, whatever it is, maybe it's all of it. You are finding confidence in yourself. You are trusting your intuition. You are going with your own sacred flow. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes. And that's good enough. It's spreading throughout your being. You're not second guessing every little thing. I think that through this ability to know that you can choose wisely with wisdom that you have cultivated. Wisdom does not just, fall in our lap. Knowledge, maybe. Knowledge transmuted into wisdom takes work. And you've done that work. You continue to do that work. You have the wisdom to know. To choose. Choose wise. And through this ability, you are creating new things for yourself. New passions, new projects, interests, abilities, hobbies, maybe a new career, work, a new partner, whatever it is. You are following that energy and it is strong. You are strong. I can feel it coming up from my base. As I say this, it is coming right up my spine, into my chest, and bursting out my throat. Profound strength. Like the trunk of a tree. All of those beautiful limbs and foliage bursting out of the top. Grounded in the earth, rooted deeply, strong, but reaching up to the heavens, creative, innovative, useful in so many directions. You are a force to be reckoned with. And I am excited. I am excited to see what you're going to do with all of this. Oh, we have an H. Let's see if I can get the light up there. We have an H. It almost looks like H-I-J, maybe. But we have the H, and we have a bird. We have a bird. We have 2 birds. somebody was just commenting how they had 2 birds on their car, and they thought it was, they were roosting on the hood of their car, and it was, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to steal your story, but they commented here on the page, so hopefully they don't mind. But I thought that was a beautiful, yes, they like to sit and look at us, don't they, these birds? They are messengers of the divine. Yesterday, my robins came back. They've been gone. I almost cried when I saw them. They're my sweet little babies. And then I encountered my hummingbird again. Came right face to face with me. I was out there deadheading the flowers, and it came around the corner, didn't see me. It was face to face. And we just stood there, looked at each other. It hovered. I turned around and walked away, and I said goodbye. And then, oh, there was a little house finch. Must have got wet from the rain. Then the sun came out, and it was sitting on the back porch on the railing there in the sun, all fluffed up, getting itself dried off, and it would turn and look in the window. And it was there for about 45 minutes. Excuse me, I had a tickle. And, you know, I just watching that little baby on and off. I just had such an emotional day with the birds, and I feel like spirit is potent here. It's going through my life, going through your life. A lot of us are experiencing these birds, and these messages are coming through. So look for something important for you. If it's in your dreams, if it's in your daily life, if you are seeing signs, symbols, synchronicities, take note. Okay, so I kind of almost wonder, we have a little boat, and we have a person sitting. I feel like you're almost going to, and listen, it's your birthday season. If your birthday has come to pass already, happy belated birthday. If you're watching this on your birthday, happy birthday. And if it's coming up, happy birthday to you as well, all of you Libras. But I feel like there is a sense of passage, maybe going somewhere special. But I think that this is almost like, it's like your own self-celebration. I don't think it's like anything wild, but I feel like you almost are going somewhere sacred, maybe in the natural world, to contemplate. This is the gift that you give yourself, kind of unplugging from all the things. Maybe you will join me in our social media detox. I've been a month now, I guess, and I will go for another maybe 5 or 6 months. I don't know. It just depends, but probably not until next year sometime. I only am using YouTube. I do a little bit of Reddit just because I read about a lot of things on there. But I don't interact with anybody. So just kind of taking a break from it all. And, you know, I think it's important for us to kind of narrow our lives sometimes. Narrow them in these ways, and then get out there and do more. Make our lives bigger on the outside, right? So, anyways, that's just my 2 cents about that. We're going to look at the divine doors. Okay, these are really beautiful cards. Each card has a door on it, and then has a nice little message on the back. I really like these ones. So I'm just going to close my eyes and stop where it feels right. I'm going to do this one and another one. I have had that one 3 times now in the last 2 days. So let's see. We'll do one more. I'm going to go from right here. look similar. I mean, well, they're all doorways, but yeah. Okay, so we'll do both. I want to do this one first. Okay, and it has the little moon up there. Oops, the little moon. And because some of you watch a lot of the readings, so you're like, okay, this card again. It says, draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. I love it. Go dance beneath that moon. It's getting full. It's almost completely full pretty soon. And I have to say, shout out to The Changeling. We're watching that, my husband and I. It's on Apple TV or whatever. So good. Oh my goodness. It's all about, wow, I'm not going to tell you, but go watch the thing. It's called The Changeling. And if you know anything about the Fae, you know what a changeling is. So, okay. Forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken. See a new sunrise. Yeah, I love that one. This feels like, you know, a good one for Libras. I feel like you all have been in a big cycle of letting go of a lot of stuff, old things, you know, which rightfully so. You've hung on to, they affected you, probably some amount of trauma and so on. And, you know, so it's hard. It's hard to know when to kind of process, integrate, or leave things behind, right? But I think that you all have been so brave this last 6 months that I've been reading for you, or a year. I guess it's almost been a year now. And, you know, the evolution in the Libra readings that I've seen, I kind of take note of each sign, obviously, but I do so many readings that sometimes I kind of forget one or two here or there. But the overall arc of the Libras: healing, activation of self, a lot of self-exploration, and being really, really decisive about what you want and need. It's a wonderful thing. All right, Libra, I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm, and the algorithm decides everything. So we like to make it happy with engagement, and those are things like liking the video, sharing the readings on other social media platforms, watching the readings from the beginning to the end. What else? If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. Between now and the next Libra, you can watch your other placements, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising, Venus for love, and do some cross watching for your loved ones. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. I try to reply back to all of them. It's been getting, there's so many of them, so it takes me a minute, but I've been still trying to get all of them. Sometimes I fail a little bit, but I really appreciate the comments. I love connecting with all of you. It is a very important aspect of doing these readings on YouTube, is that there is the ability to interact with each other. And you know, I think that being able to feel the energies of what's going on with you guys, and me sharing what's going on with me, I think it's a really, you know, it feels, and people have said this in the comments, feels like talking to a friend. I feel the same way because I get these comments, and I feel like I'm hearing about your lives, your cares, your, you know, things that are happening that are difficult. And, you know, it helps me do better readings because, you know, there's some exchange of energies there. Okay. All right. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, happy birthday. Happy equinox. We're in the new season. Spring, fall, wherever you are, I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk in just a few days.